Welcome to the Buckle Down to the Common Core training video. This video will provide you with an in-depth view of the Buckle Down to the Common Core math product. You will have an opportunity to view the important details and highlights of the student edition. Triumph Learning is very excited about this product and believe it will be a huge help in transitioning teaching and student learning to the Common Core state standards. Buckle Down to the Common Core was developed to be a transition from state-specific standards to teaching and learning the Common Core standards. To help with this transition, the books include a chart that lists the Common Core standards that are covered in each lesson, as well as the state-specific standard that correlates. If a school is currently using the Buckle Down state-specific product, the Buckle Down to the Common Core product can be used in tandem to provide flexibility in the transition. Educators are feeling very confused and unsure of what to expect with the Common Core, and they're asking us a lot of questions. In an effort to support the teachers in every way we can, we have included a Common Core frequently asked questions page in every book. Among other things, these questions address how and why the Common Core will cover each skill in a deeper manner. The great thing about the Buckle Down product is that its original development was based on a holistic approach and teaching concepts within context, not in isolation. This is a big focus of the Common Core, so if you are already familiar with the format of the Buckle Down lessons, this will be an easy transition. What better way to learn about this product than to take a detailed look at the pages in the student edition? It may be helpful for you to follow along and make notes in your own copy of a Buckle Down to the Common Core book. You may also want to stop or go back at any time to review the callouts that pop up on each page. In this video, I will review a Grade 4 book based on the Common Core National Standards. However, the format and layout for each grade level is the same. Looking at the table of contents, you'll notice that the lessons are grouped into units according to the strands of the Common Core state standards. If you take a closer look at the concepts covered within these standards, you will notice that a lot of concepts that used to be taught at higher grades are now being incorporated into lower grades, so students can start to become familiar with the concepts earlier. Take operations and algebraic thinking, for example. Algebraic concepts are being taught now at a younger age. Each unit also includes a practice test of multiple choice and open-ended questions at the end. This gives teachers the chance to thoroughly review the concepts from the previous unit. Being familiar with the format and style of the Buckle Down to the Common Core book, you will notice the same lesson components are included. Each unit begins with an introduction to the unit theme. Since this is focused on the Common Core, we have an introduction to the Common Core domain theme. Then there is a list of lessons that are covered within the unit. As we get into a lesson, you will see that the lessons are very similar to the Buckle Down books that you already know and love. There is instruction followed by examples. As much as possible, there are charts and diagrams being used to break down how concepts work. This is because the Common Core really wants students to focus on knowing how the math works. Using pictorial examples helps students to understand what the math is doing versus just getting the correct answer. We'll take a deeper look at how Buckle Down to the Common Core book does this a little later in the video. As we move into the practice section of the lesson, you'll notice there is a heavy emphasis on open-ended questions. This is a very important part of the Common Core. Students will no longer be expected to circle an answer to a multiple choice question. They want students writing out their answers so they can see their thinking and how they are problem solving. The Common Core wants students answering questions that relate to real-world issues. Throughout the Buckle Down lessons, you'll see a variety of practice questions types. Some will have students fill in the chart, others will be fill in the blank or short answer, and some will be word problems asking students to find the answer, but also to explain how they found their answer. I mentioned earlier, each unit ends with a practice test to review the concepts that were covered throughout the unit. The practice test consists of a few multiple choice questions, but the majority are short answer questions or word problems. If you review the questions, you'll notice a fair amount of them not only relate to real-world ideas, but also ask the students to explain their answer. The last question in each unit practice test requires the students to answer the question in stepped-out parts. This emphasizes that the students show their work and understand what they are doing as they answer. On slide 5, we talked about that Common Core stresses the use of pictorial examples to understand math in a real-world context. Common Core requires students to do more than simply understand the math as a series of abstract numbers. In this lesson, the examples within the instruction break down the math into nickels, pizza, and using a number line to give context and show exactly what the math is doing. Finally, at the back of the book, you will find math tools for the students. The math tools include place value models, grid paper, fraction strips, and decimal models for tenths and hundreds. This provides students with their own hands-on manipulatives to help them answer math problems throughout the lessons. The Buckle Down to the Common Core Teacher's Guide not only provides teachers with an answer key, but they receive an introduction to the Common Core state standards that will help teachers understand the specific expectations. Also included is a chart that correlates the Common Core standards to the appropriate lesson in the student edition. A special state-specific alignment grid is available at triumphlearning.com and shows the connections between the state standards, the Common Core state standards, and the lessons in the student edition. We hope you have found this training video to be informative and helpful. We appreciate you taking the time to learn about Buckle Down to the Common Core and how it can effectively help teachers and students transition to the Common Core standards. For more information about this product and to review the books for all grades, visit buckledown.com.